We got world champion David Taylor at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, getting ready for Pan Am camp. So talk about what you guys are going through this week.
It's been so far. It's our first day of training, so we're just kind of ramping it up. It's just good to be around the rest of the NAPS team members. Just have a lot of variety of partners, and Coach Zadek is just kind of putting us through different situations that he's seen throughout winter tours this year, and positions that he foresees that we'll be in this year.
So with the way the Pan Am qualifier is working for men's freestyle, you have the option to go. Have you decided whether or not you're going to be going to Ottawa?
Yeah, so I'm going to the Olympic qualifier, so that's March 15th. So for 86 kilos, we're not yet qualified for the Olympics. So making the finals at that tournament will qualify our country for the Olympic Games. So I'm excited to have that opportunity to go qualify this weight class for the Olympics.
This will be your first competition back since your injury.
Yep.
Excited about it?
I am excited.
Itching?
Yeah, it's been wrestling for a long time. I've been fortunate to never really be injured, so this is definitely the longest I've spent away from the mat. But I try to make it as productive as possible. Controlling what I can control. My diet, my nutrition, things that I could do with my body during that time. So when I came back, I was in as good a shape as I possibly could have been in, and things have progressed really quickly for me now. So, I'm just excited. Obviously, I think going through something like that, it makes you definitely more grateful. I've always looked forward to the opportunity to compete and train, but I think now it's like going every day, smile on my face, because after you take something like that you love and you can't do it for a long period of time, you realize how much you miss it. So, definitely excited to be back, and just a lifelong dream. So I'm excited to have this opportunity to go pursue it.
You mentioned focusing on your diet and that kind of thing when you were off the mat, but what were some other ways that you were kind of occupying yourself or keeping yourself ready for when you were ready to get back on the mat?
I mean, I think your visualization is really important. Just seeing things. I think there's been a lot of things that have people have been able to visualize things, and when they get back, they don't miss a lot. I think that definitely was something. I think when I got back on the mat, it's just there's timing. There's things that you have to get back. Your body has to get used to the sport of wrestling, which is tough. But in terms of, I think the technique, I felt like I stayed really sharp in my mind. I think it's things that I was trying to focus on. In addition to that, my club back home, Infinity Training Center, I was there. I spent a ton of time there with my kids. So I was there 4 or 5 days a week teaching technique, and I think that helped me stay really sharp. So I was teaching things that I wanted to make sure that I wanted to do when I got back. So it helped those kids. They're performing really well this year. It was awesome to have that, that opportunity to spend that extra time with them that I maybe wouldn't have had, and it kept me sharp. So when I got back, my technique and information was ready to go.
How was that? How did this setback, this injury, how did that shape your attitude or your mindset going into 2020? An Olympic year is something you've always been dreaming of.
I mean, it's tough, obviously, not being able to compete. Last year, 2019 World Championships, just watching people compete is tough, especially when you want to be there really bad, and knowing that, where I was at the time. But I just think you can only control what you can control. I can control every single day, doing the best that I could to get back, and now I'm back. I'm ready to go and put my best effort forward, and just do what I do best and score a lot of points, and it's definitely something I missed.
Let's talk about trials a little bit. Back at Penn State, what's the buzz like there around campus or around at least the wrestling room for having such a big event right there in your backyard?
I mean, the Olympic trials is, I try to explain that to people, put it kind of in perspective for them. The NCAA tournament is kind of like the pinnacle of wrestling in the United States. People, they schedule every year, they go there all the time, and whatever, I just tell people, take the best matchup that you can think of in the NCAA tournament and throw that into the first round of the Olympic trials, and then add 3 or 4 of that quality opponent or more, and that's what that's like, and I don't think people really understand, what that is. I think every great college wrestler has a decade with the current kids that you see now, and throw them in a bracket, and the winner of that tournament is who goes and represents the United States. So I think, obviously we have a lot of really strong wrestling fans in Happy Valley and in Pennsylvania, so they're excited. I mean, the event sold out in a couple of days, which is pretty incredible. It's 16,000 people, and I have no doubt that sellout is going to be 16,000 people. So, it's going to be a great atmosphere. I think obviously everyone is excited. I believe that this team is as prepared, as it's ever going to be. I think the depth of the United States is as strong as it's ever been. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war. Every single match to to have the opportunity to represent the United States this year.
We'll wrap it up with this one. You're going to have to go through the whole tournament. With it being the Olympic year and weight shifting and people coming up and down and just kind of making weight classes a lot deeper, what's going to be key for you to make the Olympic team?
Stay focused, continue to improve every single day. And, I think, when you step out there, knowing that you put every single second of your life into being prepared and be okay with where you are when you step out there, and you got to enjoy it. I think for a lot of us in this country, making an Olympic team is as difficult as winning an Olympic gold medal. So I think guys that can navigate the bracket, win a best 2 out of 3 finals against someone else that's equally the same caliber. A lot of us, world champion caliber competition. We're going to be prepared. So, you can't ever take anything for granted. You got to take every single match like it is the toughest opponent. And for me, I'm super excited to be able to wrestle in front of my home crowd, my home base, and I'm excited to have a lot of people there, a lot of family, a lot of friends that haven't had the opportunity to watch me wrestle in a long time. So it's going to be extra special for me. I can't wait to just continue to visualize that moment when I walk out of the tunnel that first time, stepping out there and shaking hands and wrestle when that first whistle blows. So definitely looking forward to that.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, David.
Yeah, thanks.